And welcome to our latest Swampcast. This is Pat Dooley of the Gainesville Sun, Robbie Andreu of the Gainesville Sun. We're getting ready to head up to Lexington, Kentucky, where we'll see a big football game there. That's a rarity.
Yeah.
To see a big game up there.
Yeah, people are pumped up there right now, I'll tell you that.
They're excited. They're even willing to pay the $50,000 fine again if they have to for storming the field. What a lame penalty that is in the first place.
You know, with the collapsible goalposts, nobody was going to get hurt, you know, so let them roll on the field, let them enjoy it. And, you know, if they win that game Saturday, they're coming back down. I
know, but that's my point, is it's not a deterrent, so why even do it?
Yeah,
Either don't do it at all, or have it some teeth. Forfeit the next game, which would have worked out good for Florida if they'd done that.
But the big thing about football, storming the field, everybody says goalposts coming out, hitting somebody in the head, killing them, whatever. That's not a problem when you've got collapsible goalposts that are down before they even get there.
Yeah, but if you're on the field as a writer, you're a little bit worried.
Yeah, well, because you're standing there like a dummy and people are charging at you. So,
well, you're standing there like a dummy. But anyway, we'll see if they have a chance to storm the field, if they want to storm the field on Saturday when the mighty Gators come to town. And you know, let me ask you this question, Robbie. Are you buying into Urban Meyer saying that they've had great practices, or do you think he's just trying to get his team, certainly with the tragedy of last week, to be on a positive note?
You know, I think, Pat, they're trying hard to get the focus back. And I think the toughest day had to be going back on the practice field Monday. I think getting beyond that was good. But, you know, you saw Coach Meyer at his Monday press conference. It looked like he hadn't slept all weekend.
Yeah, he did.
You know, Monday after practice, he looked down again. It just looked like, I think he's having a harder time maybe than some of the players getting over this.
Yeah, I think it was an issue for him. I'm kind of buying it both ways. I think that they probably have had a good week. We can't see it, of course. We're not allowed in. But having so many guys healthy, Percy Harvin talking Monday about how healthy he's feeling.
Which has really been rare for him. You know.
And I think they probably have had. And again, that week off is uplifting for a team. We saw that Ron Zook's last team didn't get a week off, and it came back to haunt them.
Yeah, warmed down. And, you know, Meyer, after more than a week to prepare, usually has something special and comes up with a good game plan and, you know, wins the game. So I think that's something in Florida's favor as well.
Yeah, I think, you know, Kentucky still is not great defensively. I know you wrote about this week, Robbie. LSU had 261 rushing yards. They didn't have any trouble running it. And, you know, I think Florida's got obviously a lot. That's their strength is offense. So it could be a shootout. I've got a funny feeling Florida might just take care of this one.
I do too. I think Florida's going to score a lot. And I think that Rich Brooks, if you talk to him, he's really worried about the Tebow factor, the quarterback that can run and throw. That's going to present real problems. If LSU had thrown the ball better, that game would have been way out of reach by the fourth quarter.
LSU's lack of a passing game came back and bit them, and it's not. I don't think that's done yet. I think they have some real issues, and of course, Early Doucette being out is part of it. But,
and then when your top receiver, Brandon LaFell, drops half the balls thrown to him, it's like not helping you.
So Florida going up to Lexington, where they have won. Well, not there. They've won 20 in a row, but they've won 20 in a row. So I guess they've won 10 in a row up in Lexington. You know, 20 in a row is a lot against any team. And Kentucky's had some down years, but I'm sure they're fired up about trying to end that streak, Robbie.
Yeah, they definitely are. You know, a lot of pent-up frustration dealing with Florida. And the fact that Florida's now kind of overtaken Kentucky in basketball, too. It's kind of a prideful thing there going on with Florida, Kentucky. 5
in a row in basketball, 20 in a row in football. Cat fans can't be real happy with the Gators right now. It's like I wrote in my column, the two things that turned Kentucky into a football school, Rich Brooks and Billy Donovan.
That's true.
So we'll see what happens. Again, though, I like Florida's offensive matchup. The big question is going to be, can they slow them down?
Of course. That's what it's going to be the rest of the way with Florida. Can they stop them enough? And I think if they'll look at the South Carolina game tape, if you break their serve a couple of times, you've got a chance to win the game. And I think Florida's got enough players that they're going to break serve a few times and, you know, turn the game in Florida's favor.
This is something I've written about this week, Robbie. It's time for some defensive guys to make some plays. I mean, they've got great athletes over there. There's no question they do. And they've been showing some improvement. They played well at times against LSU. But the big plays are just not there. And they've got to make some.
Yeah, well, they're not there in the clutch, Pat. Like in the fourth quarter, LSU, on those drives, you're thinking, somebody make a play and the game's over. Somehow, but it just never came close.
Nobody to make a fourth quarter stop. You look at the interception in that game, it was a fluke.
Yeah, it was a tip ball.
Not even tip, he handed it to him. He said, here, you want this pick? The fumble that Dustin Doe ran back against Tennessee was a gift. Really, about the only big defensive play that Florida's made was Marquis Anderson's interception against Tennessee, and he hadn't played.
It's the first time and the only time maybe we've seen a guy really break on the ball and make a play in the secondary. And I think Florida's going to be a little more aggressive in this game and try to make some things happen. I think maybe you'll see some turnovers.
They're going to have to. They're going to have to blitz. They're going to have to make some things happen. Maybe we will see some turnovers. But again, you're going up against a team that Andreu Woodson had a long streak of not throwing interception. Now he's thrown 3 in the last 2 games, so maybe it's starting to come back to
and the thing is, though, Pat, if you let him stand back there and look around, you can just forget about it.
Yeah, they've got a good plan, and they made some good hires there, getting Higgins on their offensive line, Randy Sanders, their quarterback's coach, which we did a story on this week. So this is a good football team. This is not the Kentucky of old. This is a well-coached team, and I'll be honest with you, 2 years ago, I would never believe I would be saying this is a well-coached team.
Well, you never would have thought Brooks would even still be here. Like most people, he looked like he was heading out the door.
Well, they lost all their momentum. The guy Morris had built up. Rich Brooks was a guy we didn't understand why he got the job in the first place. But he's turned it around. You got to give that guy a lot of credit.
And he is a nice guy. If you get a chance to talk to him, he's a nice guy. You feel good for him that he's been able to turn this thing around.
Yeah, and we'll see if he can keep it turned around Saturday against the mighty Gators when the Florida goes up there to play in Lexington, Commonwealth Stadium. Last thing, Robbie, before we go, that's never been a place known for the crowd noise or anything, but you've always had a sense that they're waiting for it. That they can make that noise in basketball, so they can make it in football too. They just haven't had a reason.
Yeah, I think we saw a lot of that last week, and I think it's going to be the start of this game is going to be like the end of that game last week. The crowd, I think they're going to be pretty intense. Yeah,
game day's there. Does game day just follow Florida and go wherever they go?
I think so. Yeah.
And we'll be there. So we'll be coming to you live from Commonwealth Stadium from the field there and talking about either a Florida win or a Florida loss. We're both picking a Florida win, and we'll see what happens. Until the next Swampcast, this is Pat Dooley. That's Robbie Andreu. We'll see you next time.